Awesome Pod Arvada edition. I am here with Maureen Phair, the director of ORA, the Arvada Urban Renewal Authority. Maureen, welcome to the show.
Thank you for
Thanks for
having
coming
me.
on. What do you think about our Torso Rags sign here, by the way? The guys at
Beautiful.
Torso Rags made it. It's our new
bright.
set design. It's bright, right? Thanks for coming out early. You are in the news quite often. Growth and development is a big topic here in Arvada, and you're right at the center of it because that's really what you do as a full-time job is urban renewal.
Right.
So I thought what we'd like to do first is for people that aren't up to speed, what is urban renewal? What are we talking about, right? So we want to just kind of quickly jump into a couple specifics with you on just like before and after. When we say urban renewal, this is what we're talking about. So we've got a couple of images we want to put up. The first one, I believe, is where the shops at Ralston Creek are. So where is this exactly?
It's at the corner of Ralston Road and Independence on the northeast corner.
So if you're driving west on Ralston Road and you see the new Walmart right across Ralston Road is what we're talking about. So we have the before picture there. So this is the before, and then we're going to go to the after. So this is what you can see today. So is this a good picture to you, Maureen, of when we say urban renewal, what you have in your mind?
Yes, it is. 'Cause what we do is we remediate blight in the city of Arvada, and we do it by partnering with the private sector. What happens is there is areas of our town that the development community isn't interested in coming in, and they sit there and they stagnate. And so what we do is we work with the developer to get their interest and to help with some of the infrastructure costs of these developments to get them to happen.
We've got one more example. Solana, folks may know. So we want to show you a picture. Can you describe where is Solana?
Solana is just on the east side of Wadsworth Bypass at 56th Avenue.
Good job. So just like at the entrance of Old Town, basically. You've definitely seen this. So here's a before picture of the site, and then looking current day after picture again, so you can kind of just get a good sense of what we're talking about when we say blight in urban renewal. You also have just a kind of summary slide that we can put up just on some basic stats. Can you go through that?
Yeah, we've had a lot of people question and say, what is the economic benefit of urban renewal? Well, we have an economic development association, so we are not economic development, but it does turn out to be kind of a side product of what we do. So we hired an independent third party to say, come and look at us and find out what is it that is the benefit. And this is kind of a summary. So you can see over the last 30 years, we have created 1,700 new housing units with the private sector. And what's interesting about that is there is $17.5 million in new annual spending here in Arvada that this produces. And over the course of time, ORA has helped finance $125 million in infrastructure costs. That's streets and sidewalks and environmental remediation. And of that, $14 million is spent on parks and fountains and plazas.
So you can see there on the slide kind of, what you all are attempting to do. Now, you have a lot of detractors. You have a lot of folks screaming that ORA shouldn't exist, that these projects shouldn't be moved forward the way they have, that the city shouldn't be so pro-growth. Do they have a point? Do you see where they're coming from? Talk to us just about the other perspective of folks that seem to be so resistant to what you are doing day in and day out.
Well, I think right now the entire metro area is a little tired of development. We have gone through a prolonged period of growth, and development is happening everywhere. And there's a lot of people moving here, so traffic is getting crowded. And I think that there is a backlash against development. But what we do is not urban sprawl. We come in to these areas that are in our core and redevelop the areas in our core. What we're trying to do is to focus the growth and the development in these areas. And by doing that, we help eliminate the sprawl. Because a developer, if they're going to develop, they're going to develop. But what we're trying to do is focus their attention in these older areas and not go out to the green field.
Well, this is something that we're going to be tracking all season long. It'll always be an issue. We hope to have you back on and get more into this. We also got you on the podcast the other week for a little bit of an extended interview, so folks that are interested to hear more from Maureen can go to the podcast. Real quick, though, we do want to unveil a hidden talent, because, Maureen, you're not just this entity going out and trying to urban renewal all around. You're also a person. Tell us about your hidden talent.
Okay, so I am a person who doodles.
You're a doodler.
I'm a doodler. I've doodled my entire life. And when you were in the office the other day, you noticed.
I did. She was sorting through papers, and I said, Maureen, what are these papers that you're sorting through? And they're your doodles.
Right. So I have a blotter. It's a calendar that sits on my desk, and I spend a lot of time on the phone. Few hours every day, and while I'm on the phone I doodle, and I keep my calendars because I like to go back and see, and so I have a whole bunch of them, and so we have some.
I mean, these things are so good. I think we should auction them off. They're just wonderful. Thank you for sharing your hidden talent with us, Mo. We will have you back on the show soon. Listeners, if you're out there, let us know what questions you have for us. We know that you have questions on growth and development, so we'll look forward to having you back on. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you for having me. See you later.